And no one is watching.
Nobody?
Nobody at all.
Nobody cares. You know why, right?
What?
Because nobody cared about Deacon.
Shut up.
There was no explanation.
Well, all of the threads that I made in every format of social media ended up 404ing this week.
But, fantastic.
I think
I shared it, but it didn't include your post or anything, and I wasn't gonna type things.
That's not even.
I just shared a link to a live stream that was like 2 days from then.
Dude, this fucking face.
That face, dude. Just
Dude,
all three of them.
His fucking face is pretty creepy. Watch the coin. It started to develop a silver color instead of copper, and the silver became bluish, and the penny was getting quite fuzzy and out of focus, blurred, and it was simply gone. It slowly dematerialized. Now imagine hearing that story with guitar in the background.
How about the Happy Meal guy?
What?
Look at him!
Oh my god.
Look at him! Look at him! Look at him!
Happy as hell. Rape as fuck.
Yeah. Get anybody?
No.
0 viewers.
No, nobody's gonna show
good,
up. Dude,
man.
it's 4th of July weekend. It didn't get promoted. Nobody's gonna show up.
Better not. What's Mike? What's Mike doing? Why isn't he on it?
I can ask him. He said he's probably not coming.
Is he some kind of faggot?
Well, we're all a little gay. Even Honey Boo Boo said it, so we're all a little bit gay.
She's a child. She doesn't have opinions on things.
Everybody's a little bit gay.
No. You're a child. You don't get to speak. There's adults present. Shut the fuck up.
Everybody's a little bit gay.
Welcome to the real world, you soon-to-be whore.
Why the fuck are the lights off outside?
Because fuck us, we're gonna die.
Maybe.
Either that or 3 gentlemen in black suits.
God damn it, that's the creepiest fucking.
Can you imagine? Just tap, tap, tap. Gentlemen, we need to speak to you.
God damn it.
God damn it, we haven't even broadcasted yet.
Maybe that's why there's 0 viewers.
Maybe.
Should I get that creepy?
They don't want us to. They don't want us to not know. Is that how that works?
No. They want us to not know.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Maybe. What happened if 3 guys in white suits show up? That means
that means they're going to tell us the truth and enlighten us.
They're going to enlighten the world. Because you need to know.
Hell no.
Fuck me, I'm going home.
Nobody's showing up and you know it.
Oh, boy.
I mean, that's fine, though. We could just record like a short, shitty-ass show about...
I don't know about that. Are we actually going to record, or are we just broadcasting?
We're broadcasting, but it broadcasts live and records to YouTube.
Wow. Wish I had known that.
Why?
Because I was... had my balls out the whole time.
Oh, I mean, you know, it's fine. I always leave them out. People never know. People actually don't know that I don't wear pants when I record most of the time.
God bless America.
This is a song about...
Wow, actually, we should probably get rid of this, because that was kind of offensive about a Honey Boo Boo. That was a little bit much, wasn't it?
No.
No? Alright.
No, because I can say whatever I want, and that's why my viewers kind of like me sometimes. This is a song about the time
I want
don't
people to
wear
like me.
pants when I do YouTube broadcasts.
Oh, that was nothing, apparently.
Don't wear pants when I'm on YouTube. I don't wear pants. Men in the white suits are right outside the door. Crunching the bottle. That's my percussion, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was the percussion part of it.
Dude, nobody's showing up. Tonight's gonna be a failure.
Son of a
Which
bitch.
sucks, because I've peaked out at 9 viewers for like the last 3 weeks that I've done this.
Glad I drove all the way out here for this.
God damn it.
Glad I risked getting eaten by Slender Man for this.
The pissiest piss that you ever pissed.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that the warmth of my home.
Could it be now? Slender Man's outside. Men in white suits. Crunching your bottle.
I can't help it. Now I can't stop.
It's a nervous tick.
Yeah, no shit.
Playing the guitar. Andre 3000 is Jimi Hendrix.
It's very exciting. I'm actually pretty amped.
Came right in your pants.
Boy.
Oh my god, nobody's coming. I know it. The time has come and so have I. Sloth and Deacon discuss Men in Black. Oh my god, Nameless Hobo is here.
Oh,
Holy
there's somebody
shit.
here.
He said he's been here for hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, we can't see you.
No, it says 0. It says 0. Holy shit, we got Nameless Hobo.
Oh, that's
is here.
fantastic. Somebody's here.
Wow. Well, this changes the whole night.
It does, actually.
Huh.
I'm glad I drove all the way out of here for this bullshit.
Hello, Nameless Hobo. Let's
Close enough.
Hello. Hello.
What are you, some kind of retard? You can't even spell hello?
I can't because I can't even see the keyboard.
Oh,
That's
that makes
also
sense.
the other reason why. I gotta mute myself.
Oh boy.
No, sorry, Nameless. We couldn't see you. Sorry. Couldn't see.
Can you hear what we're saying?
Yeah, you can hear us. It's just delayed by a couple of minutes, but I gotta do it.
By a couple of
anyways.
minutes. Good lord. It's gonna take forever.
What?
Because it's live.
It is live.
I guess I should stop crunching the bottle.
Maybe, but I mean it's okay.
Oh, well, we've been saying that the whole time.
But didn't I don't know. Did we go before I went live? I said there's always two guys. There's always
You
two
did,
guys
actually.
that show up, and I said Nameless Hobo and Hickey Hojo. Man, I go to- I told you they're great.
Oh,
The
boy,
fans
we
I
gonna
have-
get probed.
The fans I have are great. I don't know why they come back and watch us when we're not even like well versed in the subject. Nameless Hobo, I'm not going to front and lie to you. We need to be far more prepared than we actually are right now for this show. It's going to be bad.
In retrospective, I should have gotten drunk. I'm not funny when I'm sober.
I've still got alcohol in the hoose.
Not the good shit.
I got Crown. Reserve.
All right. I want to see this picture.
I got a
It's
picture
gone.
you might like. My wife sent me from the fort. It's probably.
I hope it's dong.
It better
I'm
be
just saying.
penis. Well, I mean, Nameless.
Also, why are we in reverse?
I've been over this with Mike before, and I have to.
Anna's a lot brighter. Like,
Yes. I mean, I can get this and put it here. So
no,
they
don't
can-
put it there. Don't put it there.
So
Put
they
it
can
back.
see you.
Put it back. I don't want to be seen.
You don't want to be seen with me.
Oh boy.
Supposedly a face in the sky. Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Oh yes, that's actually good then.
it's pretty awesome. Do you have it on your Celica phone?
Celica phone.
That's what my grandparents used to call it.
I just lost my shit on the video. That's fantastic. Oh boy. I wonder if Billy's still stuck at work.
Billy's always stuck at work.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be off at 8.
Like,
Good lord.
Dicks for art. Yes. All right, you
Why?
weren't here. You weren't here for this.
All right. Let's
Hold
hear
on,
it.
I got to put it down. I got to put a hashtag.
I don't hashtag it, you son of a
Dicks
whore.
for art bell.
We gonna get that shit trending.
What happened with last was it? It was 2 weeks ago because we were in Boston last week. 2 weeks ago, the show we were doing, we were like, man, Art Bell's really good, and we miss him. And Sirius XM will not let him out of the contract because that he made with them. And it's like a 2-year contract, so he can't do shows for like 2 years. And he's old as fuck, so he's going to die before the contract's up.
I have no idea who Art Bell is.
He did the old Coast to Coast AMs. Yeah, he's the original. George Norrie's the faggot that does it now, and he's awful because he's always like, "Oh, how is that related to Jesus and God?" Anyways, so
well, you see what had happened was.
Anyways,
He's gonna
about the
post
dick
it on the
pics,
Facebook page.
I saw.
Good
I know.
work.
Good job, nameless hobo. You're the man. We were like, well, we need to get Art Bell back on to Sirius, so let's just hashtag dick pics for Art Bell. We'll just take pictures of our dicks and just post them all over like Sirius's feed and everything to try and convince them to let Art Bell out of his contract.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why these people help us. I really don't.
Because people are genuinely good at heart and want their fellow man to do better, and I'm just talking out my ass at this point.
We know yeah. We actually don't talk down to our viewers. We just talk down to ourselves. It makes them feel good. This guy actually deserves.
I mean, he's actually participating.
Yeah,
so,
he needs his own show.
To have somebody in here is, it's something. I want to speculate. I'm going to speculate my ass off.
I like speculating things.
I'm going to speculate some shit.
All right.
Oh, hey, that asshole. He's on mobile.
Who?
Me. I'm pointing to me right there.
Oh,
right there. With the
can you say your name?
No. I'm not doing it. No, you shut the fuck up. It's a good thing that we're the only 3 that liked the status. We don't even have viewers liking that shit.
I'm looking for the face.
It's right here. You got an eye, I
see it.
You got teeth. It's
I mean, it looks like a face, but I mean, it's not like a well. I mean, it's kind of it looks like a creepy old man actually. Now that I look at it,
it's fairly creepy. I'm okay with it.
Is she taking a picture with a fucking iPad?
Oh boy, probably.
What's going on? I'm sorry if that person's related to you. It's just I don't see that every day because we don't have nice things where I live. Yeah, hopefully Hickey Hojo shows up.
Oh boy.
And if he doesn't, it's going to be a
show if there's somebody else.
Yes,
because it shows there's one now.
It'll say one watching,
and
that's him.
Yeah, but it wasn't showing him a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the thing. Yeah, see, it says one viewer now.
Oh, all right.
It's probably because I opened this up.
Maybe.
Also, my beard's gigantic. I just realized how big my fucking beard is. And how
it looks like
I got a mohawk. You guys didn't
Damn
see
it, it does look like a Muppet.
Yeah, it
the
does.
face.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
I'm so animated over here.
You are. I mean, that's how you talk. I need to find spoopy stories to tell too.
Spoopy stories to tell.
Yep. We're gonna go live.
Damn it!
What?
If I had thought about it, I would have put. Emailed Church and Winslow to myself.
We can talk about our if this guy is the only one sticking around. I don't want it to devolve into this, but nameless. We actually make short stories and we can discuss them with you, and you tell us if you're actually interested and which ones are good ideas and which ones you would never
could bounce some of those.
Exactly, because these guys. I mean, once again, these guys are
we do have
great.
entirely too many.
We do.
It needs to be narrowed down.
We can tell him about Scott Von Prescott.
Oh fuck, Scott fucking Von Prescott. Ah, I missed that stuff.
He said, "Hell if I know iPads are retarded." Dude, these are the people that I've recruited. I love them. I love these.
This is pretty okay.
Isn't it? Isn't it fun? Okay. Remember that? It's like that night that we played Call of Duty and we had the guys like, "Aye, fucking schmoolies." Dude,
you fucking hamburglers. Oh boy, that was good times actually. Cause
he said it looks like a rape Muppet.
Definitely a rape Muppet.
I told you, my fans are great. And by that I mean the 2 fans that I have.
Both of them.
But nameless, you can go ahead and type down the thing and prove that I'm not insane and that I'm not making it up. Oh, well, I'm going to play this first because it's now midnight, and we're going to play the theme song for Sloth on Saturday nights. Right into the microphone.
Directly into the microphone. How we're going?
That's actually
We're class establishment.
Who that?
There are some things in this world that fear you from the darkness. Perhaps that clown statue you bought at a yard sale. A ghostly apparition of a child in the corner. Maybe even that thing on your mantelpiece. But don't worry. Sloth is here to keep you safe on Saturday night.
That's right, folks. Back to another episode of
Did you
Sloth
post
on
on
Saturday night.
X?
Yes, I posted on X, and I got to do my intro. I posted on X, the thread 404,
Your
multiple
intro.
times. Yeah, fuck my intro. So you know that means I got to do it live then.
Didn't you just play it? I don't get it. I'm confused.
Because you said fuck my intro, so I had to do it.
Oh, alright. Yeah. That makes sense.
There are some things in this world that people don't want to come to and watch, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I posted on X about the show tonight, and then thread 404'd, and then
Did you post it again?
the thread got taken down by somebody. Someone flagged it or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, dude, tonight's show is going to be garbage. I'm so upset because I'm used to having 9 people show up, and I'm like, man, this is fucking great. We're having real fan interaction. We're going to be able to give out prizes.
I don't like fan interaction.
I love fan interaction because it makes me be able to never have to work if I actually get big doing this.
All right, well, that's a good point.
Exactly.
I am all about the not working ever
I love
again.
not working ever again.
I should have just ignored the text earlier. Because he texted me and asked me if I was coming back tomorrow. I should have just ignored it forever.
Oh boy. Well, this is not going swimmingly, I'll tell you that.
So we need to re-rail this.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about Men in Black.
For those of you,
Personally, I thought Tommy Lee Jones was fantastic.
I thought he was Tommy Lee Jones did he do the voice in what? Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'll go ahead and start the thread right now. You talk about Tommy Lee Jones, and did he do a voice in Princess Mononoke? There was somebody who did a voice.
He might have.
No, it wasn't him. It was
Josh Brolin?
No, it was some white guy. I know it was some white guy.
Well, no kidding.
Don't yell at me.
I'm gonna yell about everything.
Who that? Gigi, what?
No, I scared the crap out of some 15-year-old kid the other day. Because I was in the parking lot at the grocery store, and that song came on as I was parking, and I just launched into just a absurdly offensive tirade against that song because it's awful. But, that was it. So I suppose at some point, I don't know what's happening. Are we supposed to talk about Men in Black who are not Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith?
Yes.
We're talking about the possibly alien-related Men in Black. I don't know if we can really say. And post that picture. It looks like Men in Black. Oh well. All right. Post.
No, that's the one.
All right.
I thought you were saying post that picture, and it's the porn in that folder.
Yeah. Obviously, how else are we gonna get clicks? Wow, this is really.
What?
In my defense, I'm very tired.
I mean, it's fine. The worst part is we're only 4 minutes in.
All right. Well, that could be worse, I guess.
It's up there. It's under Men in Black General, and it's probably the absolute worst thread I've ever made in X because there's
Exactly, Men in Black
or government agents. I actually don't believe either of those.
Well, damn it! Now my stick is gone because that's the direction I was gonna go with it.
See, aha! Well, then there you go. Let's discuss it then.
All right.
What do you think? Because there's the 2 other options that I like that I think make far more sense than government agents or aliens.
All right. I think potentially there's some kind of spirit creature, which would explain the disappearances and whatnot, as far as they walk out the door and they're gone, or their car doesn't seem to be running. It drives away with no headlights and then just disappears.
Or they don't even need to start it and it just
just goes. So it's possible there's some kind of spirit being, or I heard a suggestion, and I read about it the other day, that maybe there's some sort of like, not really subhuman, but they're basically a different race of humans, like an offshoot of the human race, possibly living underground in some mostly undiscovered place.
See, the two options that I saw that I like the most that they could be, androids. Which is, no, but see, I don't believe them. I just like these options.
Okay.
That's the thing you got to realize about my show. See, exactly, don't say anything interesting. The one, got to finish.
All right.
Yeah, he said don't say anything interesting while he's gone.
I don't know how I feel about potato skins.
I don't, well, see,
Because he mentioned them. He's got to finish making them.
Okay, so, potato skins, personally...
I mean, are we talking, like, potato skins, like, the kind of thick kind with, like, cheese?
Are we talking like the
bacon.
ones from TGI Fridays,
Yeah,
or
like
are we
that
talking
kind.
about the
I don't like that
prepackaged
kind.
potato skins?
I don't like either kind.
See, I like
I don't
potato
like either
skins.
kind.
Personally,
I like potato chips.
we make smashed potatoes at Joe's, and smashed potatoes are pretty good. The way we started making them. Well, you just take the potatoes and then you put them in a bowl, and then you throw cheese and buttermilk in, and you just, and then you throw in like ranch seasoning. Dude, no, they're just. Why do we do it? We're supposed to talk about. I'm in black. We got one viewer.
You said don't say anything.
I know we're
interesting.
catering to him.
We're
catering to the one
catering
viewer.
to the fans. That's what we do.
We're catering to the fan. Catering to the fan. Well, you know what I do when there's no viewers and nothing interesting, and I want to get sued for copyright? I play songs.
Jerk off.
Well, you know, copyright.
I'm glad I'm sitting behind the mic stand. It makes me very self-conscious every time I move, and then I see myself.
The road is dark and the seed is sown, where the gun is cocked and the bullets cold, where the miles are marked. Yeah, no one showing up to the show. It's 4th of July
Bump the
weekend.
thread.
We're not bumping the thread ever again.
Bump the thread. I'm gonna do it on my phone.
All right, fine.
Except not really.
You're just gonna say you're gonna do it.
Well, yeah.
Dude, it's still on page 1. There's no reason to bump it.
So,
X doesn't
bump
move.
anyway.
X doesn't move.
No kidding.
X doesn't move like
X
that.
isn't.
Oh, we got two viewers.
Oh, wait, somebody's here.
Yep, somebody just joined. I don't know who it could
So
be.
somebody else is here, so I guess we can start talking about Men in Black again.
Applewhite, why are you singing?
Because
Because we have no viewers.
Oh, what a debacle.
Dude, I don't know who Applewhite. Actually, that's a new viewer. So
That's somebody new. All right.
thank you for tuning in, Applewhite. Right now, normally we have a lot more viewers, like maybe 9 or so, but it's 4th of July weekend. The show didn't get promoted. We're not ready. It's a debacle of a night. Hopefully, when it said I had 3.
You have 3?
Yeah, I've only
what a
seen.
disaster.
Oh God, it says 3.
Oh wait, now it says 3.
Dude, we're getting people coming
All right.
in. This is terrible because we're not ready for this tonight. We're not. Well, this is.
Well, we're a little prepared.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like it's okay because we're gonna go back and talk about discuss what we just discussed anyways again.
Yeah.
Singing scared away one person. Well, it says 3
damn
now.
it. All right. Well, we're not singing ever again.
Aha! Aha!
That's very loud. Ha-haing.
Ha!
So at some point, should we start talking about
Mibs.
the Mibs again?
Yeah, we should.
All right. We can do that since we have people watching.
Let's give it like 2 minutes.
Why?
Because my mom. That's why. Awkward silence, dead air. Everybody's gotta love it.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's Mike.
Son of a bitch.
Well, we're about to shut the feed off right now.
Turn it off. We're done. Game over.
Mike, we're gonna need you to lay on the ground. What? We need to just lay down.
You know.
You know, and you know.
Oh, we got
boy.
4 now.
We got 4.
Dude,
all
they're
right.
rolling the fuck in. This
Yes.
is great. All right. Well, maybe I just needed to make that thread, and then people come in. That's
probably what.
well, somebody flagged the other one and took it down. So what am I supposed to do about that shit?
Post a couple more times. That's normally how I handle things. Just flood it. All right.
Okay,
I
well,
think you can put the guitar away now.
I think I can. And God damn it.
Oh Lord.
Do you need another water?
I mean, if you're getting one.
Yeah, I can get waters for us. Regale them with a story real quick, and I'll be back in literally a minute.
I don't have stories.
Tell them stories.
I don't have
You don't fucking
stories.
Tell them stories. It's over.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna start talking about the Mibs then.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
All right. So we're woefully underprepared tonight because we really didn't think anybody was going to show up. But we're going to discuss Men in Black and our opinions on whether or not people think they are aliens or government agents. There's the thought that it's possible they're spiritual beings of some kind. Alternately, I read a theory that they are sort of an offshoot of the human race, which would explain they look sort of like us, just a little different, a little more different than people normally tend to look, and they're very unaccustomed to our mannerisms and behaviors. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm very tired. Sloth suggested the theory that they're androids of some kind. Oh, we got 5 viewers. All right. I don't know what his other theory was because he said it was different than the other ones we had already covered. So as soon as he comes back with our waters, we'll see what that other one was, other than androids. Personally, I think it might be something probably closer to the spiritual being of some kind, in that they seem to be able to disappear. Like, as soon as they walk out the door, the encounters that haven't been completely debunked all seem to have that. They arrive very quickly, they leave very quickly with no trace. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's just your shadow that keeps walking by, but that's freaking creepy. Oh, Nameless Hobo's back. Good.
Alright, good.
Oh, he's right. Applewhite is right. There's also the demon angle, because we were going to get to that, of medieval times. There were instances of Men in Black. I was kind of heaping that one into the...
I didn't hear about this.
You're making a face. You've never heard of that
I didn't
before?
hear about
Oh,
this.
there's
This
all
is great.
sorts of... hell, there's an instance in the Bible. I don't know if it says anything about... What the hell? This is some kind of, like, pneumatically sealed bottle of water.
Well, guess who's on the camera now? I'm sorry, because,
no,
hey...
now I'm going to freeze up and panic.
Nameless, you did not miss anything at all. You know what I was about to actually do? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to front to anybody. I was just about to go inside and put on my black suit really quick, and then
Son of a bitch!
you would have shit your pants. It's
I
like
probably would have broken your computer.
It's like that time that that kid was knocking on your door really fucking hard, and then I went back outside and knocked on the door, and you were the maddest I've ever seen anybody, but you couldn't do it because you were laughing at the same time.
Oh,
it was great. All right, we got 5 viewers. Let's get back on track. Let's do this.
All right. Well, I was talking about the Men in Black and the possible things that they could be, such as aliens, government agents, spiritual beings.
You're
offshoot of the human race, or androids, and you said there was another one. And then we also have the demon angle, because in medieval times there were numerous reports of normally just said as a black man, but obviously not skin color, as in an African American black, but as like a black person, just solid black, almost shadowy.
Well, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
If I ever saw that shit.
There were talks of that medieval times. I believe there's an instance. Now we only have 4. Somebody left.
Whatever. Keep
I'm
talking.
saying.
It doesn't matter. I did that too. You just need to ignore it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I used to
I'm
be
not
like,
gonna
oh
be
my
able to
god, no, we
You're like,
lost.
no. But there's an instance, I believe, in the Bible of, I don't know that it says that they're in black, but it's like 2 men who showed up fucking talking about potatoes. Well, that's just, all right.
And then the other person said, shut it down. Go ahead, continue.
All right, well, I'm trying to continue. I'm trying. I derailed a lot.
It's a lot to take in because we have to see all these people like posting, and we have to see all the people posting. We have to make sure the thread is bumped. You have to make sure you continue to hold the viewers that you're getting. You have to make sure the lighting's right, make sure the audio's right. It's a lot to take in. I understand. It's a lot. I love doing it live though, because
I'm actually going to Google it real quick, and because I did not save my notes on my phone like I was supposed to. I'm going to Google it real quick and see if we can come back to the instance from the Bible of the strange man.
All right, so androids was the one that I hope it is. I would love to. What? I'm just saying we need to cut back to right where we were before potato skins. I would love for them to be androids because it would prove that the funding from the United States government did not. They just didn't put enough into the program, but because they continue to have the same cars, they have the outdated slang, which means they're not updating the programs or anything. And I just think it would be great to just continue to have the exact same model of Android since the 1940s and 50s, because it would just prove the United States government just doesn't give a shit. They're just like, okay, cool, we're going to keep trolling these people for years after years after years. And that's why I want it to be androids. What was the other one? You said spirits or aliens?
Or offshoot of the... Oh, wait.
I have it right here in the book. I actually took notes, guys, believe it or not.
You took notes. I did not.
Oh, that's the one. Actors. Elaborate actors. And a gigantic ruse.
In one of the videos we were watching a little while ago. And I don't get that as far as... it's an elaborate ruse with actors. Well, it just...
like the people get the information from the person. Like they read it out of an article, and then they just read it and study it, etc., etc. And when they finally go up to see them, they're like, hey, here's the information. They know everything in detail. Because that was one of the other things about Men in Black. They know in depth, in detail, the things that happened that night in such specific order that it's like as if they know themselves because they were there, or they have connections to what the thing was, such as the UFO. It's not always, someone pointed out in some other stories, it's not always UFOs. It could be the stupid-ass one that we saw was the Loch Ness Monster. Whatever. I don't believe that chicken shit.
Yeah.
Nessie.
All right, so I couldn't find the specific instance as far as being in the Bible, but this is talking about there's tales from the Middle East as far back as biblical times of men dressed in black robes and turbans trying to lure people out into the desert for probably sinister reasons.
Jesus Christ, that's terrifying too.
Go out to the desert. But that's the thing, is far back as there in the Middle East, in the Middle Ages, like in England and Europe. I'm not entirely familiar with the gang stalking, so we may have to come back to that. We'll get to that in a second.
We got 6 viewers now.
Oh, not bad.
I'm glad this is going well now.
Yeah,
it's definitely uplifting.
There's also something here about a long-standing myth in China, Tibet, and the areas over there of a superior race of humans who occasionally send their agents, as it were, out into the world dressed in black, which could potentially be the same thing.
That makes sense, actually, yeah. The gang stalking. Okay. What gang stalking is, It's possible, from what I know about it, uh, governments will pick a specific person. I know we're gonna get to that
All
because
right.
we've
I
talked,
get distracted
dude,
really
no,
easily.
we've talked about gins every fucking week. I swear
Really?
to God, we
Oh,
have.
I love gin.
Well, see, dude, once again, the show's it's a great show to have fun. Maybe not to get informed about things, except for that one week. Because I was on fire that week. I was knocking this shit out the park. But no, gang stalking is where a government like will pick a specific person. But people don't always know why there's a specific person that's chosen. Maybe it's because they have information about something, and they have a gang stalk them and like either do things like subtly to force them to either stop talking. But a lot of times these people are killed by gang members. From what I know about gang stalking, there's probably a lot more in-depth stuff to it, but I don't know much about it. Cliff Notes ? Applewhite. Let's see. Right about the time that plane went missing. Remember that time the plane went missing?
Oh yeah.
It was over off the coast of Indonesia, I believe, or
Sounds
Australia. Right. It was one of those. Let's see.
But it was Malaysian Air, right?
Yes. See, they're Malaysian. There you go. That's pretty. Applewhite, actually, that's pretty cool. Somebody just posted on X, or an X file, quote unquote. That's what it says. I can't say X, but an X file recently posted about the plane. And I don't know if there's any stories out there other than him that there's the Men in Black trying to cover up information about the plane or not. That would be really interesting to know, because it always usually involves a plane. The majority of them. Like I said, there's other ones that aren't, like Loch Ness, but the majority of them involve a plane crash, which we'll get into. He has one of the first ones back in 1921 or something like that.
I think it was 24.
24 is in the early 20s. But it always involves a plane crash or them seeing like flares or something like that, quote unquote flares in the sky, and that is. And then there's just these they're seen by these Men in Black. I just stuttered there for a second, really bad. Because I stopped, I'm really thirsty. Like I'm dry throated so hard. But yeah, what's the information that you had from the one back?
The one from the 20s.
Yeah, the earliest one. Wasn't that the earliest account of Men in Black showing up? Or something like that. Dead air.
Yeah, it was 1924.
There you go.
A John Cole from West Virginia. He was at a site of an airplane, quote unquote, is what I have, crash in Braxton County. And a man in a suit with, quote unquote, high cheekbones, slant eyes, and dark skin told him no one was hurt and no crime had been committed. But he picked up, quote unquote, a little thingamajig on the ground and took it with him. And then around 3 in the morning, a guy knocks on his door, claiming to be an army officer with the same foreign appearance as the guy in the suit from earlier. Told him he wanted the thing that John Cole picked up, and Cole gave it to him. He took it, left. But it's kind of weird.
That's back when people trusted the government. So.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the 20s. It was a
totally you got to think about him giving something to somebody from the government. Well, we wouldn't do that now.
Well, no, certainly not. That'd be all over the place now. But all the instances from the 40s and the 50s, a majority of them are when the Men in Black show up. Oh, pardon me. The Men in Black show up, and they flash, official-looking documentation or badges or something, and a lot of times they'll say they're with the Air Force or they're with an unnamed government agency.
Yeah.
And then when people, normally they'll say that and then take some kind of evidence that the person had, whether it's photos or
information that people
any
would
sort of
know.
information.
Yep.
They take all the evidence with them and tell them not to talk to anybody about this. There's a few instances I've read about where they took the negatives for photos and said they were going to take them to get developed, and then when the person there called, got in contact with the government and said, "Hey, where's my negatives?" They're like, "Whoa, we don't know what you're talking
what
about.
are you talking?
We didn't have anybody out there."
No. One of the stories that I saw on History Channel a long while back, a guy took video of a UFO sighting, and he had one of the men in black visit him, and he was like, "Do you have the original video from your camera?" And the guy was like, "No, I don't have that. I don't have the video anymore. I destroyed it long ago." He was like, "Okay, good day, sir. You'll probably be hearing from us shortly." And the guy leaves and goes out to get groceries, comes back, and his house is ransacked, and they found the original footage somehow in his house, and it was gone after that.
Wow.
Exactly.
Well, that's...
So one of the things I got from that video, the one that both of us, you read about it, and I actually heard and saw the video played back and over. It was a radio interview about the two guys going into the hotel in Canada.
Okay.
At the guy's place of work. It was a hotel in Canada. A guy had apparently seen something, and they were trying to shut him up. The information I have about that one, they were completely hairless on their faces.
Yep, that's another thing that tends to a lot of them have
all the stories have that in common, yeah. Hairless on their face, except for maybe a little bit of hair on their head, but that hair looks fake, as if it's attached to the hats that they wear, and they always wear like fedora-like hats. Tips fedora, exactly. We're all thinking it. And I think is the story of APIT. I forget. APIT was the name of the group that investigated this.
Okay. That one I can see.
Those two guys. It was two gentlemen that showed up, and we can't say gentlemen. I'll say two men in black that showed up. They looked exactly the same. They wore the exact same thing. They were the exact same height, and they were identical in just about every way. And that was the thing that's really unsettling for me. They had gigantic big blue eyes, and they did not blink. They would stare through you, and it's almost like they could control what you were going to say and what you were thinking, and they could read your thoughts. And another thought is that Men in Black actually do have the ability to hypnotize the person that they're interviewing. Once again, I've never encountered a Man in Black. Hopefully, after tonight, we won't. But chances are we won't remember it, even if we do, because they're going to use some sort of terrible device to hypnotize us.
Or just tell us that...
or they'll just kill us.
Maybe. None of the instances I read about, at least the majority of them, didn't actually seem to follow through with any threats. They were just like, "Yeah, don't tell anybody about this."
Yeah, Applewhite, that's the video I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
That's the exact one. He posted up here, Applewhite. He a guy friend sees a black robed dude in a hallway and informs dorm roommate. The roommate runs out and sees a bird fly out the window. So that would that actually adds to maybe a factor that they are some sort of alien or spirit or something like that. Something that does
or jinn.
Or a jinn. I love jinn because we talk about jinns on here every week, and I can't wait.
Fantastic.
I can't wait for the jinn show. The jinn show is going to be great. But no, it proves that they have otherworldly powers. So it's not completely out of the question that they do have the ability to hypnotize, read your mind, other things like that. Especially if it's a jinn.
Mind reading seems pretty likely, because that's definitely in there throughout most instances that I've read of they know information
that nobody else knows.
That
Only the
nobody
person
else
that they're interviewing.
Right. So very possible.
And here's another fact. In the old Coast to Coast shows, they would have people that used to work at Area 51, and high-ranking officials of Area 51 confirm that these individuals do exist. That's somewhat unsettling, but they also, if someone did work at Area 51, I'm not sure that the government would let them come out.
Well, not just that, but are they really going to go, "Oh, well, let me go get on this radio show and talk about it"?
Especially back in the 90s.
Yeah.
When things were... I think the 90s was the area where things were really at their last point of getting covered up, because when the information age started around the late 90s and early 2000s, where the internet got it got the ball rolling for free information to everyone. It's really hard to keep things under wraps now. Like, we'll cover it towards the end of the hour. I want to talk about some paranormal things that have been going on in news, but that's getting sidetracked. Let's go back. But no, after the information age, it's really hard to keep things under wraps. I just really don't see it. I really don't see the government letting people come out onto the radio. However, with that said, there was on Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. Oh, hold on, let me just jack him off a little bit more, because I love him. He was doing a live feed, and there was a supposed listener who called in and said he used to work at Area 51, and he was giving a very frantic message to Art Bell, and he was cut off the air.
Huh.
The entire show, not just the caller, the entire show was cut off the air, and they had to go to backup generator power and a backup satellite feed.
Yeah. That's creepy.
It is, and maybe towards the end of the show, I'll actually play the audio back. So if anybody who hasn't heard it, I'll play it back for them because it's on YouTube.
I'm down for that.
Oh, it's yes, what? JOH Dark 07. He or is it Dark 07? Yes, Dark 07. I said it right either way. It doesn't matter. He is a reoccurring viewer. We're up to 8 people watching.
Oh yeah, all right.
This is awesome.
What you were saying about the late 90s, early 2000s, the information age really being...
Keep going. Don't read it. Just keep talking.
I started reading the comments. What was I talking about?
Information age.
The information age getting big is a majority of instances, at least that I've found, of any reported sightings of Men in Black are all from the late 40s all the way through the 50s, through the 60s, which really, if you think about it, back in the 40s and 50s, the same sightings being reported throughout the entire country, that to me seems more credible than if it were to happen now. You'd have something like that were to happen right now in this day and age, you'd have a lot of people taking it for, promotional videos and YouTube.
I can't wait to get big on Twitter.
Yeah, because of that. It'd all be promotional stuff. Whereas
back then in the 40s and 50s, it's not like you can't get famous off that shit back then.
Right. People wouldn't get famous off of it. There really wouldn't be a big draw to, oh yeah, I encountered
flying saucers.
Flying saucers. And within the same year of, let's just say 1952, for example, numerous instances across every corner of the country, it seems weird to me that it's the same story every time.
Yeah.
It's, 1,
the continuity
2, 3,
is there. The continuity is there.
Right. With all the same features, the guys look basically the same. The cars are all shiny, brand new black Cadillacs. That happening in the 40s, 50s, and 60s makes me think, well, it's weird. Maybe these are more legit than if we told you guys next week, oh yeah, we totally ran into some Men in Black. Totally happened.
Yeah, exactly. No. Well, the other thing,
you guys are gonna want video proof, audio, pictures.
The other thing about them not getting famous, if they get the information, I don't know if you covered this or not, because I was reading that stuff there for a second. There was no way for people to communicate that story constantly across the entire United States. There's no way for somebody to they got phone, but there's no way, because these people aren't connected. There's no way for John in Tuscaloosa to call Mary up in Chattanooga and say, hey, I saw Men in Black, and here's the this and this. This is the exact same. No, Mark, John, Mary, Lou, all these different people all across the United States had the exact same story and no connection whatsoever. It's not like somebody can just go on Reddit and be like, okay, yeah, let's all get together and tell this story. It just fits the bill too closely that Men in Black do exist. And that's one of the other things, debate whether or not they do or don't exist. I personally want them to, so I believe that they do.
I think a lot of the instances are legit. Whether it's more a matter of what are they actually? Are they, aliens, or are they this or that? Or is it just the government, whether it's, the NSA, CIA, Area 51ers? Yeah, I saw that comment.
Yeah.
And yes, we are all doomed.
Yes, we are all doomed, and we're all going to get neutralized.
Neuralized.
No, neutralized.
No,
Cesaro is going to show up and neutralize us.
Get out.
Mike's going to get the reference, but no one else will.
Oh, Lord. But as far as if they're just government agents connected to those, or if there's another one that we really don't know about, that report directly to the president or whatever.
Well, that's another thing. The president is actually beneath a lot of these agencies. That's how secret these agencies are. I don't know if you... that's why the president doesn't even have information about whether or not aliens are real or not.
All right, well, that makes sense.
Because that is a matter of national security, and as stupid as it sounds, the United States president...
Need to know.
Exactly. He doesn't need to know it, so he doesn't know it.
It makes sense.
However, I don't know if you saw this. About a year ago, Putin came out and said, this is fake. But Putin, I think it's fake. Putin came out and said he was going to tell the United States president and tell the people of the United States that aliens exist.
I remember hearing that.
I heard something about it, but then whenever you went to go look up the story, it was taken down. It was taken right down.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing about
That's a little weird. All the stuff that can stay up on the internet, just horribly offensive things, graphic things, and then you have stuff like this Putin story of Putin says Obama and the government knows all about aliens.
And they need to disclose that information.
And they need to disclose that information, and all the articles disappear.
Exactly.
It's a little weird.
I mean, it's...
2 Girls, 1 Cup is still out there. We can find that no problem. We can find videos all over the internet of people getting butchered. Just horribly graphic videos. But all the articles about this get taken down. It's a little weird.
See, I like this. This is why I love Nameless Hobo showing up. Nameless Hobo and Hickey Hojo are 2 guys that need to have their own show. And Applewhite seems to be pretty fucking...
Applewhite's participating.
He's on the ball.
Yeah.
He's on the ball, too. These guys are great. Thanks. Once again.
That's also, as Applewhite put it, there's too many stories of Men in Black throughout history.
Yeah, exactly. Even going back to biblical times, like you said.
Going back to biblical times, going to China and Tibet, going to the Dark Ages in England, going to... actually, I think I saw one reference to Native Americans, like, back in the 1700s. I'll see if I can pull it up real quick.
That's terrifying.
Talking about not necessarily wearing black, but they feared the black man who supposedly lurked in the forest with malicious intent.
That was the other thing on one of those videos, that the black man represents the devil, too.
That's another one.
Yeah.
A short story by Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Hey, Nate Hawthorne.
Yeah. Young Goodman Brown, of a black man who confesses to being the devil. So that's another one. But most instances of, a black man or a man in black being the devil or some kind of demonic thing tends to be more from the Middle Ages, when that was the explanation for this thing.
Yeah.
Whereas now we go, oh, well, Men in Black, they must be aliens.
Or
the
different.
1500s.
We have to question it. Back then, they didn't question. They were just like, oh, it's got to be...
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be the devil. It's got to be evil.
Right. It's a demon. It's the devil. Whatever. Whereas now we go, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's this. And China and Tibet back in, whatever years those were, maybe the explanation then was, well, it's a jinn, it's an evil spirit. Just like in biblical times, you have strange men show up. Well, if they seem generally malevolent, must be a demon.
It's got to be.
That was the explanation. Yeah. How many instances in the Bible are there of Guy wakes up in the middle of the night, and there's an angel there talking to him. Well, for the most part, okay, fine. It's an angel. It's it's there.
Yeah,
It's
take it
good
for face
news.
value.
But there's plenty of instances in there of an angel appears to this guy and tells him horrible things about, whatever. Okay, maybe that's a demon. Maybe it's whatever this Men in Black thing is. Whatever they
This
are.
is actually an incredible comment, and I'm glad Nameless Hobo just put it up. That's because
That's a pretty good point.
That's a great point, because your mind will conjure up these things like a demon, like a traditional demon, like
Sure.
big, gigantic teeth, wings,
Horns,
terrifying.
tail, etc.
A dude in formal wear, a nice pressed suit. He's speaking very clearly, concisely, intelligently.
Although, that's another instance, at least in the stories from the 40s, 50s, and 60s that I've been reading, is they don't speak very well.
Yeah.
Our language is strange to them. They stumble over words. They use outdated terminology.
Yeah, they use their slang is outdated.
Right.
Yeah. Like they probably still call people like busters and turkeys, jive turkeys.
When they might say something's really mod, it's fab, whatever.
Yeah.
Old terminology. The simplest things make sense to them. I read one about a man in black who tried to drink Jello when the host person, whoever the person was that he was there for, offered him Jello and he tried drinking it. It's simple little things that they don't understand.
That's unsettling.
Right.
That's really unsettling.
Which makes me think maybe it's an well, it could be one of a lot of things, but as far as the telepathy goes, I don't know. Could be an offshoot of the human race. Yeah, they're a lot like us, but some things they don't have.
Yeah.
And
like
so
Jello.
Like Jello. They don't have a need for Jello, although it's delicious.
Jello is delicious. Well, that's also maybe the thing they haven't developed because they don't have interaction with humans. They only have interactions with
Yes, that's the one.
Exactly.
Applewhite.
Thank you.
The story of Sodom. Yes.
All right. They don't have interaction with humans and things like that. They don't have social skills. That's the other thing. That's what I'm thinking.
They don't have social skills as far as we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we can carry on conversations for hours, but they come up and they just want to see somebody for 5 minutes, get the information they need, and go.
They're very robotic. They already have what they're going to say planned out, and if the conversation deviates in any way, there's numerous stories of the conversation changes what they're anticipating, and they freeze up and they panic and they start to stutter and they trail off, and they're uncomfortable with
the situation.
With at least the way that we as normal humans speak.
Yeah. They're behind times, maybe lack of research, or they have,
That could be it also. They're in and out.
Maybe because you have these guys appearing here, and there, the gaps. They research and they learn language from the wrong times. So when they think they're ready, slang and communication has changed within the last 15 years within that time, because slang changes even faster now.
Right.
So maybe that's why we're seeing even less appearances of them, or I mean I don't really know. That's actually a really good point right there. There's a gap in their appearances.
Oh Lord, I'm dying.
And that's JOH Darko 7. Once again, all of our viewers, fucking awesome, having something to contribute.
Yeah, that is.
I told you, isn't it a great feeling? Isn't it a great feeling?
It's pretty okay.
I told you, it's awesome. And people come back for this shit every week. I don't know why.
Oh, it's pretty okay.
I'm glad they do. It gives me a reason to stay on the air and have fun stuff. No, we're nowhere near Alabama, actually. I just no, he'll tell you. I just picked up some random city names out of my ass. We actually live in Virginia. I'm not going to give out city names because, well, actually, you guys know already. We live in Hampton. But,
well, I don't.
Well, he doesn't. I live in Hampton. We actually have a piece of paranormal news. I don't know if you saw this, that occurred in the Appalachia areas. Someone got a legitimate, real video and pictures of Bigfoot. Do I believe it? Absolutely not. But
And Nameless Hobo, that's exactly right. They already have their speech worked out, it's memorized, it's set.
And they're not actually communicating. They're just
Right.
Yeah.
It's very possible that they had to check and find out how to translate their language to our language. Oh, good lord! I hope not Applewhite. They learn how to behave off the internet. Good God.
Could you imagine? Like they show up, they say, "Good day, ma'am." Lay. Like epic maze.
Epic maymays. Oh lord, that was not a fun day.
Never, no days are ever fun days when you got lay epic memes.
Oh boy.
I just swear I know they're gonna come in here any moment.
It's very unsettling because he left the door open, so it's right in front of us.
Well, it used to be nice because I had windows there, and I could see out there.
Oh yeah, you did.
And we got those windows right behind us. So anybody watching?
Yeah, that's unsettling.
I know, it's terrifying out here.
Almost as unsettling as the freaking mask over there, and I keep glancing, and it just catches the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
But dude, now imagine doing a show out here alone.
Yeah, no.
Alone for 2.5 hours.
I'd have the door like barred.
All right. Let's see. Is there anything else? Because of the way that these stories are reported, you can't recreate them or anything, and they're just eyewitness accounts, and they're all hearsay. So mainstream media completely dismiss all of these accounts.
Right. Although mainstream media has gotten really bad lately as far as the internet goes, this one site posted and they attached a picture to it.
It's gotta be true.
Legit.
Gotta be true. Oh, here's a video of a van blowing up. 4chan did that. They had to have. Bakery fresh cinnamon rolls.
It was the terrorist group Anonymous. Had to be.
Anonymous. We
don't
can
talk about Anonymous. He was an okay guy.
Anonymous was an okay guy. There were some stories other than just the one we were talking about where they got caught on video going into the hotel.
Do we have other proof as far as sightings?
Some of the.
I want to get back to that too. About
Which one?
The effects that people seem to suffer.
Oh,
afterwards.
if you want to
We'll
talk.
come back. No,
okay,
we'll come
okay.
back to it. We'll come back to it.
There's the story of Albert Bender. He was director of an
No,
amateur organization.
No.
This one?
No.
No, I don't want to do this one.
No, it's a hoax.
Oh, is it a hoax?
Yeah, he came out.
Okay.
What was his name? All right, hold on. Yeah, that one, I was reading a lot about it, and I was like, whoa.
Oh, we forgot about Dan Aykroyd's bullshit.
Oh, yeah, Dan Aykroyd. We were watching a
He's
video
full of
earlier.
shit. Well, I was standing on the set, and Britney Spears called me to do a bit on Saturday Night Live, and I looked over to my right, and I saw for a moment, I saw a very tall guy giving me a very menacing look in an old Ford, and then I turned away, and then I looked back, and they were gone.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd's full of shit.
Don't get me wrong, I love Dan Aykroyd.
Don't get me wrong.
He's great.
But he's just full
Which
of it.
reminds me, I watched Grosse Point Blank the other night, and that movie's phenomenal.
We could one of the original ones, one of the first recorded sightings of a traditional Man in Black. I can cover that one.
All right, we can talk about that too. I want to jump back to Albert Bender.
He's sneezing, folks.
Oh,
just
Lord.
give him a second.
Albert Bender was somehow related friends or something to Gray Barker, who was an American writer who often participated in hoaxes. And he said the whole thing with Bender was a hoax, that it was all fake.
This is a good question. I don't know who posted it. Do you think DMT has any relation to UFOs, and then the Men in Black are trying to hide the fact that you can communicate and talk to aliens through the consumption of the hallucinogen DMT?
Never really thought about it. Damn, Saw Boy.
I don't even know what the rest of the story is, but I'm gonna laugh, and that's funny because I know Mike's gonna get this reference. Blah, 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 blah.
That's actually, Darko, that's a good point. What if the Men in Black forced him to admit the hoax?
That is.
I feel really dumb now that I didn't think of
We
that.
just completely dismissed it. We
It was just like, yeah, but you said it was a hoax.
his
Fuck
last
him.
name's Bender. Bite my shiny metal ass.
Yes.
The fear of strangers within a community is now slowly going away.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on
Exactly.
a few
There's
of these
so
comments.
much. Exactly. The Men in Black play off an archetype of fear of strangers, and we have less strangers in our community because everybody's getting so connected now with Facebook and all these social medias. Sure. I can actually see that. I understand that. And back in the day, maybe it even did play on it because you had smaller communities then. So somebody coming from the outside, like say you had a community of 300 people, you saw a UFO, and all of a sudden you see a guy in a suit just shows up, and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, I need to speak with you." Rubber biscuit, blah 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 blah.
Fuck off, Mike. Rubber biscuit.
You know the song then.
Yes, I know the song.
All right, let's get back on topic because I'm pretty sure they want to hear this. This guy just comes out and starts talking to you in a completely like monotonous, clean, clear manner, but it's outdated. And then if you start having a conversation with him, he starts stumbling on his words. That is a fear of strangers. That's just it's.
I can see that.
I can see it. I really can. And that's a great. That's a great point. It really is.
At the same time, though, initially they don't seem like. Yeah, they look weird, but not.
They look
terrible.
Off. They look off.
They look off. Yes, they look weird as far as the people go. Oh well, you know, he looks different. He's weird, but it's not really a fear sort of thing until into it. You know, they come in. It's not, oh well, we don't know who this guy is. It's the Man in Black shows up and flashes a badge and says he's with the FBI or he's with this group or that group or this UFO investigation group, whatever it may be.
Also, the fear of Big Brother too. I think that's a fear that we've acquired. Maybe not so much back then because people trusted the government. Maybe more so now. But we kind of some people do fear the government because we make light of the situation at the beginning of this show that we're all going to get neuralized. I much prefer neutralized. So we're going to have Cesaro show up in a black suit. But no, we're going to get neuralized. We're going to have our memories wiped. The NSA is watching us. We do fear the government. Whether you say you do or you don't, you do. You can lie about it. You can front all you want. But we do fear the government because they can watch us at any point now. They could have a helicopter descend down with guns and weapons on us within 2 minutes right now. They really could.
Darko's right there with us.
Bam! Look at that.
About the fear of government officials.
Look at that. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. My fans.
You guys are on point.
Did I tell you the fans that I've acquired?
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love these guys. I can't wait to the day where I can finally like send out like bracelets and things like the shitty Live Strong things. And the worst part is my voice is starting to go out, and I can feel it, and this sucks because I love doing the show. Exactly.
Legal and physical harm is another one. It's more, you know.
They do subtle,
an ominous look. Yeah. Don't do it, or else.
Yeah. If you come forward with this information, something bad might just happen to you.
And we don't know how often it actually they followed through as far as.
Exactly, because this didn't occur back then. This didn't occur too often back then.
Right. It wasn't, a constant thing, and we don't know what happened to them after that. We don't know what sort of tragedies may have befallen them afterwards.
A terrible fate has befallen.
Well, not even that. Just as far as, okay, well, if you don't stop talking about this, you need to stop talking about it or else.
Yeah.
And then next month, the dog disappears, or somebody breaks a window, somebody stole the car, or whatever. Well, they don't think about, oh, well, that's what they meant.
Yeah.
They're expecting instantaneous.
Like someone's going to come in and slit your throat open. Right. That's what we're expecting. What if, just throwing it out there as a offshoot, because these guys aren't adjusted to society. What if they're not even involved with the government? What if they really are like a secret organization that goes around trying to protect information about UFOs?
That is a very good point from Nameless Hobo. Other than religion, just all the wars that started. But
Yeah.
we're getting off topic. We'll talk about that.
We'll get into. I don't know.
We can
We can get into it tonight. I don't give a shit.
I don't know that I can handle.
I
getting
can.
into it tonight.
But I mean, you know, you can always dip. I don't care.
All right.
Because this shit normally goes 2.5 hours for reals.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
No,
probably can't handle.
that's what I'm saying. No, it's fine. Yeah, missing persons and accidents.
Yeah.
If you're interested in missing persons things, I think it's missing 411 or missing. It's missing something like that. You can look it up. Just look up missing persons coast to coast. And there was actually a really good show by George Norrie about a year ago, and it was really good. It's about missing persons in the national parks and things like that, and stories relating to that. And a lot of the people
Missing 411 tie-in.
there you go. That's what we're looking for right there. And it's terrifying because I was listening to this show at 4 in the morning by myself. No one else is awake. I have the back door open, and they're talking about missing persons, just people just disappearing off the face of the planet, no trace ever again. And I'm just like, wow, something's about to come in and just gobble my ass. Every time.
That's terrible. I can't even handle that.
Repeated forcible anal probing. Bet you won't talk about UFOs anymore. Yes.
I mean,
Men seeking. Yes, Nick Redfern.
What?
He's the guy. Nick Redfern's the guy.
I see.
Let's go up. We've always feared governments, and like he said, it's stupid to not fear the government. So the thing is, the government's supposed to be for us, but you know,
It doesn't
once
really
again,
work like that anymore.
it doesn't
But
work like that anymore, and that's part of the.
I don't want to talk about government.
I was gonna say no, that's part of the
I'm gonna
minimum.
go off on a tangent.
I am too.
We're gonna
So
be
let's
here all
let's.
night.
Well, I mean, you know, it's entertaining. That's what matters.
Uh,
Let's see. Do I have any more notes for the Men in Black? The Harold Dahl. That's the one. Whenever we get to that,
Okay.
that's the first.
we can talk about that.
Yeah. You want to do it now, or
I mean, we can.
I thought you were gonna have something to.
No, I was going to talk about the effects that
Yeah.
people seem to. Men in Black show up. They talk to them. Well, either immediately before, during, or sometimes after. Whether it's for 20 minutes afterwards or days later that it'll last. Headaches, nausea, dizziness, bright lights in your eyes.
Oh yes,
that sort of
the
thing.
flashing orbs behind your eyes.
Yeah. All seem to be numerous instances of it throughout the 40s, 50s, 60s. I don't know about the more current ones. Those were more the ones I've researched lately.
Now, throwing this out there, those are all symptoms of radiation poisoning as well. So it's possible that they could be androids.
It's possible I have radiation poisoning. Which is another one I was going to go on to against that.
Same thing with aliens. Radiation
Headaches, nausea, dizziness. We're also talking about symptoms of extreme stress and anxiety.
poisoning. Exactly.
So whether it's an actual effect of the Men in Black have some kind of aura that makes people sick, or whether it's they just induced so much stress and anxiety in the people from, their behavior, the things they said, etc., that, headaches, dizziness,
That it
nausea,
just
etc.
manifested in these people
Right.
as anxiety, and it came out like that.
Yep.
Exactly. That is actually a really good point.
I actually just thought about that.
It could be.
Something that's-
I mean,
yeah,
once
like-
again, hey. Sometimes the best stuff is made up on the fly. Oh yeah. The other Men in Blacks.
We're
yeah.
not saying anything negative about the government. We're just saying,
Well, I mean, shit. We're even we're stroking their dicks off. Like, oh yeah, you should fear the government. I even said they could have helicopters here in 2 minutes. It would be even less because we live right by all the Air Force bases and shit.
That's a good point.
It'd be like 32 seconds or something, like whoop, 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 up there here. Here's another reference that only Mike will get. What's that noise? I didn't say what's that smell. I just said what's that noise.
Boy.
Is anybody bumping the thread?
Let's see. There's things happening.
Tips for growing beard or facial hair in general, and then the response below it is don't shave.
That's pretty fantastic.
Do you want to know?
I wish I didn't shave my beard. It was so much better.
Do you want to know how to grow a full luscious beard like this? Well, what you do is you got to go to growfacialhair.com// sloth on Saturday nights 50.
No, really, I'll be right back.
Okay, I think he's gonna go. He's gonna go to the wee room. No, / facial hair 50, and you'll get 50% off growing facial hair. No, my ancestors were Vikings, and that's why I grow really good facial hair. They're also Irish. That's why I grow good facial hair. Let's see here. The thread got bumped. Some funny things were said. There's a picture on the Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/groups, or I'm not even going to give you that bullshit. You can go to slothandmoney.com, and from there you can get linked to the Facebook right there on the front page, and you can see Tanner Drum's picture that he posted to us, one of our absolute best fans, Tanner out there, posting a picture of a face in the sky. You can decide whether or not what you think of it, whether it is actually a face. This isn't good. My computer froze. That's terrifying. Shut up, Wade Bryant.
So it totally scared the piss out of me. While I was out there, light just flicked on, like, I guess, somebody in the back. And it was just, like, an audible click as it came on. I was like, what?
Oh, my God.
I was like, oh, Lord, they're here.
The worst... What about... Did you see any of the fireflies, or whatever they're called?
Fireflies? I haven't seen any fireflies.
Okay. What about lightning bugs?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the giant spaceships.
Oh.
That firefly.
I've never seen that show.
I watched the first episode, and then somebody...
I was like, this is really boring.
And then somebody was like, oh, you're watching Firefly. Let me spoil the movie for you. That comes after the show. And I was like, oh, I'm done.
Well, I'll go. We're done here. All right. We have hit the 1 hour mark for the actual show. So we can talk about the... and this actually fits kind of well within the parameters of what we're covering, the government. Recently at Yellowstone National Park, there have been losses of live feed, quote unquote, of the geyser, and it could just be them shutting down the live feed, because there have been very rare rumblings, and there have been the release of helium-4 or something like that, which only happens before an eruption of a volcano or something like that. But the government has moved a bunch of nuclear weapons from the West Coast over to the East Coast, which seems like they're getting prepared for an imminent explosion. What? The butt rape. I know, I see it.
Yeah.
The imminent explosion at Yellowstone. I spit everywhere. And this is the most candid show. We're so we have so much information that we give to people, but we're also like so full of bullshit at the same time.
Not really full of bullshit in the sense that, like, fake information. More just we're full of nonsense.
We
like,
are we are nonsensical.
That we also end up talking about.
But no, but it seems like there might be an imminent explosion of ridiculous, monstrous proportions. I know I saw myself too.
Yeah.
And more or less, I'm just going to tell you, cover your ass. If you see a gigantic explosion, duck and cover. I was trying to do the voice of those old-timey videos that they showed you in school. Yeah, skinwalkers eating... Does that mean they would be able to become a camera if they eat the camera?
I hadn't thought about that.
That's
terrifying. I haven't thought about skinwalkers in a while.
Think about this. Do you think that's terrifying?
Unsettling to me.
If a skinwalker eats a camera, can they become a camera? What about that camera right there on the computer right now? Is that a skinwalker, or is that actually a camera?
It's a very tiny skinwalker, though. I think we could handle it.
I don't know, man.
I mean, there are... I think I could...
Well, the saw. There's a saw right here, so... Oh, good lord. I got my handy-dandy saw. I tried to make it make that whoop noise, but it wasn't making the whoop noise. Shut up. We're not Zoidberg.
Why not Zoidberg?
Why not both? Hooray!
Oh, good lord.
The other one, recently in the Appalachian areas of Virginia, someone got pictures and video of a real live Bigfoot. I do not believe in Bigfoot because I do not believe in bullshit. Well, I do cheer for the Packers, but that's different. That's a different type of bullshit. What? We're getting fucking giddy as hell now.
Yeah.
We can't even focus on what's going on. I was gonna read spoopy stories after we kill the topic. So I used to creep people out during field exercises by telling skinwalker stories. Yes. Dude,
Those are the worst ones that I've
those.
read are the ones like during field exercises or deployments where if
There's a bunch of people, and then
yeah, like there's a bunch of people and somebody's standing guard or whatnot, overnight, and then wake everybody up because they're like, yep, got to be a skinwalker, and then everybody's like, what the shit?
yeah,
Yeah.
we're all dead. If not an explosion, then to the ash. Yeah, exactly. It would just. They're saying the entire West Coast, all the way through the Great Plains, would be craterized or covered in ash, and then the only places safe on the East Coast. Are you ready? Areas around Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Areas around the I think it was Maine, and that
We could do a skinwalker show.
I would love to do a skinwalker show. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you, JOH Darko 7. In Florida, parts of the tip of Florida. Another show I would love to do, Edgar Casey. Edgar Casey predicted, he made a map of the safest places to be in the world after the quote-unquote end of days apocalypse. I don't know if you know anything about Edgar Casey. The library is actually, we should go there sometime. The library is
we talked about this before.
Edgar Casey was a modern day prophet is the best word to use. He was one of the first. He was given a honorary doctoral degree because he would solve like broken bones and things. He was one of the first people to suggest putting screws and metal in somebody, and he did not have a doctorate degree or anything like that. He would tap into the astral plane and come back with information. And what happened was he did it so many times it completely wore him out, so he died. This was OG Skinwalkers before the Neo Skinwalkers. Yeah. OG Skinwalkers, like the OG Triple OG. I hate that slamming sound outside. I don't want to hear that ever again.
That was terrible.
I don't want to hear that ever again.
I'm not sure what the difference is between what the Neo Skinwalker being.
They're kind of faggoty compared to the original gangster Skinwalkers.
Okay, well,
Nameless can probably give you the.
If they've come up recently, it's been years.
Yeah.
Since I was around on there, so it's very possible that I
Skinwalkers have gotten shit.
No,
that's I haven't.
That's normally how these things go.
Yeah. Dude, we had 9 viewers at one point again.
Yeah,
today.
Pretty,
I told you.
Awesome.
I told you.
But we got 5 now.
Exactly.
5 people sticking with us. So
I know. I love them.
Good on you guys.
Let's see. Don't shave. Rub your face with Crisco.
Does that work?
Yeah, actually, that's how I got my. I was actually gonna shave tonight too. That's the worst part. But now I want to grow this shit out and see how big I can get it before my boss is like, "Look, bro, I ain't trying to order."
You remember when that happened to Rich?
Yes, I do. Look, bro, I'm not trying to order an entire case of beard guards just for you. See, yeah, Edgar Casey, his son actually did a show, Edgar E. Casey. I suggest you guys look it up. It's Edgar E. Casey with Art Bell. And he talks about his father. His father actually, Native American myth, not the thing that takes over people's skin. Yeah, the actual Native American myth. Because Native American myths are fucking terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
The Mockers. I even have a story that I was going to write about the Mockers. We're just babbling now, so we can talk about our stories and run them by these guys.
We could.
Because we have a large enough audience. If you guys want to stick around, I believe the show's starting to wind down now. Maybe next time we'll be more prepared for a topic like this. This is going really well.
Boy. It did better than anticipated.
I'm fucking ecstatic.
Mostly, I think, due to viewer participation.
Once again, the shows suck. The shows suck without viewer participation. They always suck unless somebody's there. We write short stories and things like, well, he does. I used to, but we have an entire universe, a story universe based around 3 main cities, but one city in particular. And we have it's basically a paranormal city. Neo Skinwalker equals faggot. Creepypasta that rips off the legitimate for credibility.
Murders a relative or loved one in order to gain the ability to use an animal felt tag. Okay, I've seen some of those.
Yeah, see, that's the cool one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the Neo Skinwalkers are like, oh, he killed my sister and he became my sister, and then I fucked her.
Oh, well,
Because
it wasn't
it won't my sister no more, so I can.
Yeah.
It's no longer it's Wincest now.
Wendigos. Yep, Wendigos.
Oh my God. The Loop Guru, baby.
The Loop Guru. Ah, that was good stuff.
Let's talk about the Loop Guru actually. See this. You know what? This is great because I was supposed to be talking. Was it 2 weeks ago about cryptozoic creatures,
Oh, really?
and out of nowhere, bam, boom, Wendigos. Suddenly, Wendigos.
Who knew?
All right. Wendigos equals Windigos.
Winning Digos.
What was that one creepy ass story about the guy that was down in Haiti after the earthquake? Do you remember?
That was the Loop Guru.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know it's the
Yeah.
Loop Guru. Do you remember the details of the story? Like,
Other than it's a terrible werewolf.
I mean, I can tell
creature.
the story the best. I mean, I don't know if you remembered it better than I could.
Oh no, I don't remember
All right.
it all too well.
OG skinwalkers are basically akin to European witches, not the ones that end up burnt at stake for their medicine. Yeah. That's when witches were like badass.
Oh yeah, witches will fuck your shit up.
They'll fuck your shit up. No. They'll put a curse on you, fuck your shit, eat your shit, and guess what? You're now a zombie to them, bro. You're gonna have to do their bidding forever.
Oh boy, can we talk about real zombies sometime?
Yeah.
Like the ones down in
where they blow the shit in your face.
Yeah, the zombie fighter.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Just roll all that into mythological witches, and you got yourself a show. Hell yeah. Applewhite, you're awesome. I hope you
that's pretty fantastic.
Once again, this is for Applewhite, and anybody else who's new that's watching that hasn't shown. I'll plug the website one more time, slothandmoney.com, and you can find us on the Facebook on the very front page. Once again, that is slothandmoney.com, and you
Even
can,
though money is watching rather than
participating.
Participating.
Yeah, Loop Group.
Yep.
Yeah,
They have festivals in Louisiana.
Oh my God, dude. Let's go to Louisiana.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of down for that.
Dude.
I'm supposed to have taken several vacations this year anyway, so just call it one of those.
The Loop Guru story that I
I'll call it
know.
research for the book.
Hell yeah. The Loop Guru story that I know it's actually pretty simple. This guy, after the earthquake in Haiti, was about 3 years ago. Was it 3? 2 or 3?
I feel like it was like 09, but I don't know.
I don't know. It was a while
I have
ago.
Really bad sense of
It's when you were at Marcos. So maybe it was about
So-
4 years ago.
That was
3 years
09,
ago?
10.
Holy shit! It was 3 years ago. My
No,
God, was it?
Longer than that.
Wow.
When I was
It
there.
doesn't matter.
No, it was 09 to 010. 010.
Oh,
Retarded.
No, it really is 10 because it's 2010.
No.
No, it really is 010.
Good
That's
Lord, I'm
that's
tired.
terrible. Anyways, back to the fucking story.
Yeah,
It doesn't
tell
matter.
the story, because I don't remember it all too well, so I kind of want to hear it.
All right, so the guy after the earthquake in Haiti, he goes down there and they just have fields of dead bodies that they pulled out of these rubbled houses, and they can't bury them yet because some of them they need to identify the bodies, so they just cover all of them up. They cover all the bodies up with like tarps and blankets and stuff, and everybody is sleeping inside of these like big like gymnasiums that actually like survived, or these like tents that they've put up. And in these like tent fortresses is the best way to put it. He's hearing from several of the locals. Don't look outside like that, please.
No, I was just leaning. I was trying to watch myself on the video feed
Anyway, so
because it seemed like we were almost meshed up.
maybe I'll pay attention. All right, Applewhite.
Applewhite's leaving, but all right.
It's okay.
Good
Just stay
day,
for the end of the
sir
story.
Or madam.
So in these tent fortresses, many of the locals are like, don't go out there at nighttime because the Loop Guru will get you. He's like, what the fuck's a Loop Guru? Get the fuck out of here. So one night he ventures out because he's a jackass, because that's what white people do when they're
Fucking white people.
they're in another land. When locals tell you don't go out, they do anyways. Anyways,
Intriguing.
so he goes out, and what he sees is it's like a hairy creature. It's like a wolf, but it has like a nose, kind of like an aardvark, and of course I broke that. It's like an aardvark, and it's sucking blood out of the dead bodies, whatever remains in them, or they're eating the dead bodies. And he was like, nope, 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 nope,
Nope, nope, nope, nope,
all
nope.
nope, all the way back to the tent fortress, and he tells the people, and they're like, you're lucky you got out alive, etc., etc. And he left the next day.
Really good choice.
Yeah, it was a great life choice on him. Supposedly there's public festivals, one for the real loop grooves, which aren't public. Let's go to the secret ones. Let's go to the secret, like Bohemian Grove ones that he's talking about. But thank you for Applewhite for your participation. This is awesome. 7 people still watching, an hour and a half later, almost. Yeah. Hey, this isn't my gimmick. I do the Grapple Talk show. That's what.
Yeah, shut up, Mike.
Get out of here, more rage, panda.
What?
What? One of the very first viewers we had that called into the show, her name was More Rage Panda, but it looked, the way it was spelled was Morage, like that, like Michael.
Sure, it
Rage.
wasn't fee.
It wasn't.
Oh.
No, because she called and yeah,
Weird.
supposedly. Yep, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Well.
So I just had a thought. We should probably do. We should talk about Jack the Ripper at some point. Oh wait, no, because I forgot. I already solved that one.
Why?
What? Jack the Ripper?
You solved it.
All right, by I solved it, I mean I read Wikipedia and like the information matched.
Oh yeah,
no,
you shut up. You don't say anything about Wikipedia. You solved Jack the Ripper, and we're gonna break the case live on the air. Look up Crocata on Google.
All right.
That sounds terrifying. All right, he's looking up Crocata. I almost said Crocodile on Google, but we lost a viewer, and it's probably Applewhite. If not, I feel so sad. Man, the thread is going to
mythical dog wolf of India or Ethiopia, linked to the hyena. The hyena.
I love hyenas.
I know, so do I.
Because they're so assholey, like
said to be a deadly enemy of men and dogs.
Men and dog alike. The hounds of justice. Sneaking into a werewolf group's secret meeting sounds like a terrible life choice.
Yeah, that's why we would do it. We only make terrible life choices.
I mean, there's a reason we live in Virginia, because we make terrible life choices.
I mean, unless Yellowstone actually does.
And then,
then we've made good life choices by not doing anything with our lives and staying right here.
Hold on, but would you call that living if we survived? No more internet, no more gay porn.
I'd get by.
Yeah, I guess it is living. Face.
What?
I don't know what he means.
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Really. Hold on, let me do my Dolph Ziggler. What? That's dude. It echoed for years outside. All right. Yeah, I think the show is finally. We're just talking about ideas now. The show is winding down. But we had a really good discussion about Men in Black tonight. I'm glad you came for the show.
It was pretty good. I'm glad I made it out.
This is so everybody knows this is Deacon. I don't know if you can see him. I'm
here. I'm clearly partially lit up by my phone, but I'm
always very lit up, and I think it's because the computer loves me,
good.
and the crowd loves me. All my fans loves me.
That would explain why I'm not lit up.
Everyone hates your ass. No, other show ideas. Other paranormal. You have any other either government cover up or paranormal? I don't want to talk about the obvious ones like 9/11 or. Or we actually passed Newtown last week on the way to Boston,
which I didn't get invited to.
We invited you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, last I heard was you guys weren't doing it, and then you were just like, we're doing it. Like,
no, that was WrestleMania.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
and then it was Extreme Rules, and then
yeah.
It was never mentioned again.
Yeah. Well.
Other ideas for shows?
Gravity is actually one that I wanted to...
Gravity isn't real, it's a myth. Everybody knows that.
Ethiopia or India? Both.
That's what it said.
It said both, actually, yes.
The Crocata is a mythical dog wolf of India or Ethiopia, linked to the hyena and said to be a deadly enemy of men and dogs. That's the little blurb at the beginning of the article.
BLRB blurb. That's how you spell it, right?
I spell it with the U.
Oh, why? Now that's what I call edgy.
Because I'm still.
You
Ah,
said
damn it.
You should have gone Roman.
I probably should have.
Well, he might change his name to Roman. Let's take a vote of the
All right.
6 people watching.
Of the 6 people watching, they can vote my name.
For your vote, do you choose Roman or Deacon?
As this guy's name.
Oh yeah, that's right. Raw's in Richmond next Monday. Is it next Monday? I think it's next Monday, or it's some Monday. You're always invited.
Probably
cough,
not.
cough. Okay, it's only $30.
Maybe.
And it's like a
been forever
It's a
since
12-hour trip to Richmond sometimes.
It's a 12-hour trip to
Because
Richmond.
Michael listens to the GPS.
Are we walking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Michael listens to the GPS and we get fucking lost. But then hold on, and then we'll get almost right to the point where we're good, and he just has to make one right turn. He has to go up one street and make one right turn. And instead, he turns right on the street before he was supposed to turn right, and we get absolutely fucking lost. And it takes another 45 minutes to get to the hotel. I wanted to take a nap. Damn it.
We have more viewers
I
just popped in, and that's the first thing they're gonna see.
And
I wanted to take a nap. Damn it.
Why are people
Oh,
still
boy.
joining us? Because the show is slowing down. And
Yeah,
then people join us.
yeah.
I hate this.
They laughed.
Thank God.
No, I was going to mention it to them that the show was winding down, but they should all right, but they're gone. All right.
My favorite is when one time this guy came in and said the autism is strong in these two, and then he just left. And then he called. Then he said some racist remarks. You know what I mean.
He's such a shining example of humanity.
Yeah, and there's still people joining.
So for anybody joining us, the show is pretty much winded down.
It's devolved into a.
We're just talking about more discussion of ideas for future shows and just kind of riffing and just talking about stuff. If you want to jump in on the comments and throw out an idea for a show, we'll take it into consideration. We're waiting on a vote for apparently
That
my
nobody
name
cares.
that nobody cares about.
They don't.
Which I love you guys for not caring about it. It's fantastic.
We'll just call you. We'll call you. Actually, Deacon Roman.
I
Gremlins.
Yeah.
Gremlins.
Like the hanging onto the wings of the airplane kind of gremlins.
Whether
you're William Shatner or Bart Simpson.
I was gonna say, how many times I'm gonna watch that episode of Twilight Zone to get ready for that.
Is it 7? It's 7.
It's probably gonna be like 29. Oh, but then the racist guy.
Stayed for the whole.
Never mind,
show.
because he did stay the rest of the show because we made friends with him. But Mike told him he needed Jesus. Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
Y'all need church.
Church. Oh my God, we're delirious.
Yeah, it was pretty late, and I have an unpleasant drive ahead of me.
Well, if you need to dip out, go ahead and.
No, I'll stay for at least a few minutes longer.
All right. Ever notice how the dude's screaming racist things?
Deacon Blues. I appreciate the input, Nameless Hobo. I do like that.
Ever notice how the dudes screaming racist things are usually the lowest form of their own race? And it's kind of true, because it's always like retarded redneck. I stood up and told that teaching lady the only letters I need to know are U, S, and A.
Oh, boy.
He said, every day I do hobo. Do you ever notice? Every day. Every day I notice this.
Oh, boy. We lost another viewer.
It's fine. The show is winded.
Yeah, the show is winded down, and thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for listening and participating, etc., etc.
We went an hour and a half, including the pre-show.
And we got another viewer back.
Why?
It might have been the guy
who said he's going
who
in
said
and out.
he kept dropping in and out.
Ever have a wish sandwich?
I don't believe in sandwiches. I've never seen one. I've never.
Does the sandwich enter the battlefield with a wish counter on it? The next card you draw is, if it's a meat, you put it in your mouth.
Oh boy.
The full spoiler should be out soon.
The full spoiler was a couple nights ago.
What?
I didn't tell you?
No.
Oh, I was too busy nutting over the chain veil.
Tulpas.
Tulpas.
Let's do a show on the chain veil. Because it's... What?
It's so good! We'll talk about that. Actually, we can talk about that now if anybody enjoys Magic
They
the
don't.
Gathering.
None of them enjoy Magic the Gathering. Don't talk about it.
That's not something people like.
Um,
That's a good thing we're not people.
I don't even enjoy Magic anymore, even though I play the damn game.
I don't. I hated it so much, even when I quit, and I hate it now, and I hate that I'm like starting to feel myself get sucked back into
You're
it.
like, damn it, I want
to
to play. Well, I am part of a premier group. You can find us online at runnerrunnergames.com. That is runnerrunnergames.com, and it will lead you to our blog and YouTube videos. What you do? You go to barkbox.com. Have I ever showed you any of these promos?
No. Actually, I feel like I have seen them. Ah, damn it. Hobo's totally right. I'm going to get abducted on the way home.
Tulpas could be interesting if you don't do the whole imagine a girlfriend deal.
Yeah. Fuck the imagine a girlfriend thing.
Dude. If I had a Tulpa, I would make like a warrior version of myself to take care of me. And I would start shit at clubs. So my Tulpa would clean up house. I think it's a great idea, personally. Play the Men in Black theme in the show. No, I don't even know what he's talking about.
The Will Smith track.
You know what we are going to play? We're going to play that audio from the Art Bell show that I promised.
Oh, yeah. You did promise that.
I did. And then maybe we'll play the Men in Black theme in the show. It probably means on guitar. And I don't know how to do that. Let's see if we can find it, guys.
Oh, Lord, I'm dying.
You probably die. You're always dying.
Oh, I feel like I'm about to vomit. There's probably Men in Black hanging out around here.
Jared.
What's happening here?
They're not letting me play it.
The government doesn't want you to hear this. I don't know what just happened. I'm so tired.
I'm sorry.
For anybody who cares, I've been
sorry.
up since 8 o'clock this morning. And, I'm not entirely sure when the last time was that I actually slept more than...
Yeah, go ahead and tell them about your sleep deprivation and shit like that. I'll put this on your bio.
We'll save that. We'll just kind of teaser it.
No, tell them about
no,
the nightmares. Just
no, we're all right. So I have serious sleep problems in which if I sleep for more than 20 or 30 minutes at a time, I'm plagued by horrible nightmares. And I would actually like us to maybe do a show on shadow people, like the kind that appears during sleep paralysis, because that's something I've encountered a couple of times. It looks like we are about to have the promised audio from Coast to Coast.
No, go ahead. Do you think? Tell them about
No, because I want to do a whole show on the shadow people and the sleep deprivation or sleep paralysis, and
which I talked about with them before. I want to do a show on those things.
That'd be a good one, and that'd probably be the best time to save my story about seeing the shadow person.
Yeah.
The other time.
Or
the shadow people on the road.
So many times.
Oh, you guys have have already talked about the shadow people.
I mentioned it
the instance I was talking about was actually I was at my mother's house, and is there? Okay, there were comments I was going to read them, but we're going to wait.
Letting me play the audio of this.
Yeah, so we're trying to play the audio for
loading.
Coast to Coast, and it's not loading. It's starting to, maybe.
Thank God.
All right, it's going. I'll tell you guys the shadow person story afterwards.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee. I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
You can't spend a lot of time on the phone, so give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now aren't.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want all major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
And then they lose the satellite feed.
I started.
Transmission lost. There's like some dead air for a while. It continues to be dead. And now the backup system is up and running.
I'm going to go ahead and say that was
Terrifying.
that was terrifying. That was disturbing. When was this from?
This was from the late 90s, I believe.
Late 90s.
1997.
Huh.
Anybody who's tremors paralysis, 5 minutes now. Let's see. Random act of blind.
What?
Random act of blindness. He's been in for 5 minutes. This is awesome. We got a new viewer. Shut up, Mike. Wish sandwich.
Oh.
Let's see. We're gonna head out. The woman's wanting me to do. All right, nameless. We'll see you around.
Thanks for
staying
sticking with
in.
us and whatnot.
Awesome. Talk to the microphone or the TV, whatever.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let's see if the audio actually picked up. Yeah, it picked up just fine. All right. They seem to actually be pretty maybe I don't know if this guy's I don't know. Let's see. Let's go back.
We were talking about the sleep paralysis, and I've heard of a lot of instances of it, and encountered the instance myself of sleep paralysis. At least was sort of felt like I woke up. I could see the whole room. Like it was in such detail, and the way everything looked and the way my vision was, I know for a fact it wasn't a dream. It didn't look like a dream. The details were exactly to the room and to how things were in the room. Oh, hey, yeah. Random act of blindness here from places.
Yeah, we actually had 9 people show up tonight, which is weird because it's my peak. I've never hit 10. I always hit 9 people and then I cap out. It's like they know.
We got 6 watching.
Dude,
now.
there's people joining. What's going on?
Yeah, for those of you just joining,
the show's almost
the Men in
over.
Black part is pretty much done. We were just riffing on some other things, and I was actually trying to tell a story about sleep paralysis. So as I was saying, woke up, felt like I woke up at least, saw the room in perfect detail, just couldn't move. My body was just there, and I was sleeping on my back, and so I'm laying there, and from sort of the edge of my field of vision, I can see the doorway, and trying to remember exactly where my bed was in the room at the time, because I could see the doorway, and I could see, like, it looked like there was someone standing just outside the doorway, but it was just a dark figure. And that was it. It lasted, what was probably 5-10 seconds. Snapped awake, moved, and, okay, everything's cool, fine. It was either the next night or 2 nights later. Same thing, sleeping on my back. Sort of wake up, but I can't move. And there's someone standing in the door frame now, or the doorway. like
The threshold.
in the threshold of the door, slightly closer than the previous instance. And it was a really unsettling feeling, felt horrible, and then I woke up. And it was, I want to say about a week after that, had it again. And this time, shadowy figure was not in the doorway, but closer to the bed. I'm thinking that time it was probably around the foot of the bed, just standing there. And I remember just, even now, like I'm getting like a chill just telling you guys the story. And woke up, I was like, just, like more and more uneasy about the whole thing, and just it was a scary happening. And then
Well, I've talked about my
trying
sleep
to
paralysis
well,
too.
it's not over yet.
Oh,
I'm
no.
trying to remember when exactly the next instance was. I think each one was no more than a week apart. Sometimes the next night, 2 nights, a week. The next instance, I woke up and my body, I woke up but my body did not wake up. And the shadowy figure was standing at the edge of my bed, like standing over me. And just horrible, just sense of dread. And shook myself awake, woke up, almost fell out of the bed. Like, it felt like it took a tremendous effort for me to be able to move my body and get my body to wake up. And snapped awake, and I sat there just shaking, shivering, just dread. All, horrible. And I was sitting there and swore that I would not let it happen again, having sleep paralysis. And as of yet, I haven't had it happen since. Because there was definitely a feeling of whatever that shadow figure was. Obviously, it moved closer and closer each time. I got the feeling like it was going to be over the bed, potentially
hovering over you,
leaning over me, and potentially doing something. And just the horrible sense of dread made me think it's gonna strangle me, or it's gonna do something and kill me if it happened again. So
gobble your soul every time.
Maybe that was my instances of sleep paralysis.
I've talked about mine with the spiders. That shit's always terrifying.
You told me about that.
Yeah.
The other instance that I was going to mention before the audio when we played that, oh, pardon me, was a shadowy figure. Again, this was when I was at my mother's house, and I've been sitting on the couch. I was up all night because I worked late watching TV, and then I got up. I went to go down the hallway to head to bed, and just kind of got like this dizzy feeling, almost like everything, like the room just slanted, which doesn't make any sense, especially not the amount that it seemed to slant. It's it's only a one-story house. We're on the ground floor. It's not anything like that. And it's not like there was some permanent damage. It felt like everything shifted, like slanted, where I actually had to grab the wall to keep from falling over. And I looked down the hallway, and all the lights are off. But I could make out a distinct form of a person standing there. And it looked like it was just a person, all shadow, though. And I remember just being absolutely terrified. And I know for a fact it wasn't anybody who was in the house. And all the doors at the end of the hallway were closed anyway. So it's not like they came out of one of the rooms. I would have heard the door close behind them. Because it's an old house, it creaks, that sort of thing. You hear if a door opens or closes. That was an unsettling noise from outside. So
and you feel it now. The slight cool breeze.
Yeah, the
that's
slight
coming
cold
in.
breeze.
And that's
just-
usually
good Lord.
the trigger for the end of the show every time.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap this up partially because I really just want to be in my car
And on your way.
and just be not here and not in the open. I'm probably gonna just leave the lights on.
And dude, you feel it. You feel it. You feel it. It's coming in now.
Don't fucking say that, Darko. Unless you guys could actually hear whatever that sound was that we just commented on. And then, yeah. Or you're talking about the sleep paralysis story because I forget we have that much of a lag.
It's like a 2-minute lag.
Yeah, we have a lag. It definitely seemed to be getting closer, and each time the dread was worse and worse. And it was horrible. Like, every time I've told the story since then, I still get chills. Just all the way up my spine, and it's terrible.
Well, we've reached the point where we're 6 minutes. We're actually 5 minutes away from hitting a 2-hour mark since the pre-show. Exactly.
Not bad.
I've gotten texts saying that you need to be a regular host.
All right.
We'll say messages. I've gotten messages saying that you should be a regular host.
I don't know entirely how doable that is since
it's schedules
yeah.
are bullshit.
Schedules
All
are
right,
bullshit.
let's do the same thing that I do every week, and we'll do a rundown. Nameless Hobo. Apple White. Let's see here.
Don't forget
JOH Darko 7. Who am I forgetting here? I'm not gonna say Mike Orge. Forget him. The new guy Random Act of Blindness.
Random Act of Blindness.
Random Act of Blindness. Thank you all for contributing to the show, showing up, commenting. You guys are actually why I do this, because if it weren't for you, I probably wouldn't give two shits about podcasting live, because it's just not fun doing it alone. I mean, yeah, I can have all the information in the world, but there's no point in doing it if it's not entertaining for me, it's not entertaining for you. There's no reason for anybody to participate. It is 4th of July weekend, the birth of America. So you could have been out doing much better things with your time, drinking with your family members, eating with them, just having a great feast. Because the delay on some of these, because some of the people are like over there in California and things.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Or they're in England and it's like 7 in the morning and they're drinking tea.
Oh.
Like that one time, what Lord Biscuit. Lord Biscuit.
That happened?
Lord Biscuit's one of my favorite people. One of my favorite
fantastic.
characters. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for contributing. I felt like we weren't prepared, but then the show started and we were actually pretty on point. We could have been more in depth.
Worse.
But it is what it is.
We got it together all right.
I will try to have him on as a guest as much as I can. When I can't, I'll still be plugging away like I do Sloth on Saturday nights, as always. I don't know. That's really. I don't know what next week's show is going to be about just yet. But with this cold air blowing in as hard as it can be right now.
Yeah, it's very unsettling here.
Now once again, but it's the exact same time every Saturday. That's the thing. That's the thing that creeps me out.
Is it because it's roughly the same time?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
because the weather's not always the same.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be 32 degrees and that wind's still blowing.
Good Lord.
And you can hear it blowing now. The trees are moving. Yeah, I think it's time to end the
definitely
show.
Some rustling. So
we're done here. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Sloth and Deacon on Saturday nights. I'll have to make a new logo. There's stuff moving around outside. It's getting creepy. It's getting spoopy. Stay safe out there. We gotta cut the live feed now.
And good night, everybody.
Hold on. Let's Oh damn it! I just realized. You know what I did?
What?
I put on Brighton, and what I meant to do was, because I broadcast in black and white, I'd been broadcasting in color the whole time. Well,
it's because of my warmth and sparkling personality that is oh so lovable by everyone. In case anybody's wondering, that's sarcasm.
First, we turn off the camera.
Oh, so we still have audio?
Yeah, so you still have audio, and then I point to I point to the ceiling like Babe Ruth, and I mute the microphone. And then it's actually it.
And then it's over?
Yeah, then it's over.
And that.
You can say goodbye to him, too.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.